On yonder hill there sits a hare, full of worry, grief and care, and o'er her lodgings it was bare, singing ho, brave boys, hi ho.
And o'er her lodgings it was bare, singing ho, brave boys, hi ho. And o'er her lodgings it was bare, singing ho, brave boys, hi ho. Now there came a huntsman passing by, and on this poor hare he cast his eye, and o'er the bogs hallooed his dogs, singing ho, brave boys, hi ho. And o'er the bogs hallooed his dogs, singing ho, brave boys, hi ho.
My name is McAliskey. I'm the host for this evening, this celebration of the life and songs and contribution of that entirely unique persona that was Geordie Hanna. Jordy had a unique and indelible impression that he left on those in his company, clearly, and those musicians influenced by him clearly hold him and rightly so in the highest esteem. The book, which was a family-led project, and we'll delve into some of that a little later in this evening's programme, is really the fruition of much work and labour and intensive hours and conversations and research over a number of years, and is a tremendous celebration of someone whose life and legacy will live long in Irish traditional song.
That's well said you, it did in the north of old Ireland, being all in the county of Hugh, sweet Tyrone, joining the banks of Loinnir's bright waters, is that ancient fabric, they call it Old Arbo. I sang a song the other day, McKenna's Dream. Well, McKenna's Dream, I got that song up a man the name of Johnny McAliskey. He's the only man I heard ever singing it, you know. And Johnny's brother-in-law was a fellow the name of Phil Morgan, a good harmless character. Johnny's wife was Cassie Morgan, a good Kenley girl, the best. And Phil used to Benetton. There used to be an old bottle of Guinness going, and that, and Phil would lift up the bottle and he would say, "Up to my nose and down she goes, and she never stopped till she touched my toes, and hi ho, she's my dandy." And I'd be up on Johnny's, and Johnny would sing McKenna's Dream. Well, then I had another song, you called it The Bonfire on the Border. I never learned it off him, nor I never heard any other man at it. I think I saw it in some book, or maybe Island Zone or something. I'm not right sure, but Johnny used to sing it anyway, and I only learned a wee bit of it, and it went this way. When the King and Queen come to Belfast, it was born in the good order. Oh, she says, what fire is that I see? That's the bonfire on the border. And I said to him, Johnny, where did you get it? Oh, he says, I got it posted to me. So I said to him, maybe you read it from me sometime, any time at all, but I never got it off him. And he's still alive and good, the best today. And me and him still good friends. And maybe I will get it off him in the near future.
I got this song from like a bit of it, you know, from Frank Hart and some Calvin McConnell as well. And then when I got the book, I was having a look through it and I saw that this song was in it, and it's called The Stately Woods of True, and I recorded it. Funny the way songs come around to you and stuff like that, and I recorded it, and I done a version of it on the bouzouki, so I'm going to try and do it.
Until before it looms the tall grey tower of Glaslock's castle old, which holds a treasure within its wall more dear to him than gold, for within it dwells his own true love, his dark-eyed young Maureen, who one day he hopes will bless his home in the woods of True so green. I have come, he cried, to see you, love, for tomorrow I must go with my brave troop men to Benburn for to defend Monroe. And I have come, he cried, to see you, love, and to hear your accents sweet. Oh, for I might in the battle fall, and never again we'll meet.
The song I've chosen is called, well, he called it Where the Green Shamrock Grows. P. Flanagan called it Castle Garden. Castle Garden was the emigration clearance station down in Manhattan Island prior to the opening of Ellis Island in 1893. So it goes right back to probably around the time of the famine. A song of emigration, a song of eviction, and a song of great defiance. I would nearly sing the song for that one verse of owing the landlord 2 years' rent. I wish I owed him more. Hurrah me, boys, and the sails are spread, and the tide is running fast. Down the loch we sailed away from the town of Belfast, to seek for bread and labour as we're compelled to go, and leave the land where we were reared, where the green shamrock grows. I owed the landlord 2 years' rent, and I wish I owed him more. One day the cardinal bailiff pinned a notice on our door. I bid farewell to the ones I love, and it grieved me 10 times more to leave the house my father built some 30 years or more.
No more will I ramble down Forknut's green hill, the place I love dearest is down by the mill, with its green fertile valleys, where oft times I ran and felt the fresh breezes round the shores of Loch Rann. There's my father and mother, you can hear them both sigh as the tears down their pale cheeks would moisten your eye. But I will assist them, please God, when I can, far away from lovely Erin and the shores of Loch Rann. Sinead, thanks very much.
a fella run a bit along with me, a fella named Paddy McCann. We used to go to Maharaven out Saturday evening, and we met a man in it, you called him Jimmy Robertson. He was a fisherman, and a good fisherman, as I heard of men in later days. And he used to sing a song, you called it The Lisbon Lass. And I'd get him to sing it. And I said, Jimmy, it's great, isn't it? Oh, well, you'd say, I don't know, whatever you think. So I said to him, would you read it out for me? He says, I will. And when I got it, it was written life-size. So I got the words and learned it. And since then, Big Jimmy Robertson has died. And I hope he's happy.
I first heard Jordy when I was very young. It was actually at a fla in Tyrone. It was in Pomeroy. And I remember we were in a session and I got a nod on the shoulder, come with me, and I was taken, probably by my father, I think it was, up to the town hall, the wee parochial hall it was, and Jordy was singing. And I had to hear this man singing, and that was my first time, and last time, unfortunately, that I heard him singing live. But I know the family very well and have great friendship with Eilish and Rosaleen, which I've really treasured over the years, and I'm just delighted to be here tonight to sing this song. Well, everything was going around until her parents on me did frown. Until her parents on me did frown, and I was forced to list in Lisburn town. Oh, Willie dear, this maid did say, oh, what has tempted you to go away? I will leave my parents of high renown, and I'll go with you from Lisburn town. Well, if ever I come this road, he said, by night or day, my pretty fair maid, I will get a pass of high renown, and I'll go with you from Lisburn town.
I first met him, I think it was around the late 1970s. I was singing at a fla in Ballyshannon. Geordie and Sarah Ann came up to speak to me afterwards. I didn't know them. I never came anywhere within the first probably 8th or something in the fla. I think there'd be about the 9 counties in Ulster. 18. I think I became 18th in the fla. And Jordy said, I remember the first words he said to me was he says, "Holy smoke," he says, "you were robbed." So I felt good about that. And he was a character in his way, and he stood out in his way for his modesty and uniqueness.
With most admiration I did gaze upon Bessie. Her eyes, they were as large as the youth on the Rhine. Queen Ellen was never so handsome or pretty as she when she walked down by the woodside. I eagerly longed to get in conversation with that matchless fair one that had me in thrill, and I courteously bowed with great humiliation, and I spoke to Miss Bessie from Loinnir Hill. Oh, darling, then really, please pardon my folly for daring to speak to a goddess you know, and pity a slave that's in deep melancholy, and struck bound by Cupid, I'll tell you such woe. Your glancing appearance has my heart attracted. You may kill or cure me, but I'm here at your will. This killing affection has me most distracted. My Bessie, my beauty, from Rossnure Hill.
Martin, it was a very unique project for you. Tell me a wee bit about working with a subject that was so close to you personally in terms of this book in particular.
Everybody was interested in the project, and we wanted to do the man justice, you know. And as I say, it helps when you're writing about someone if you like them. And I liked Jordy. Even when I hear those clips now, I find them powerfully moving, you know. For myself and my own growing appreciation of Jordy's singing, I compare it to how I used to feel when studying a Jane Austen novel in my teens. Reading even a short chapter was like trudging through treacle. Yet a few years later, I was marvelling at the genius of her characterizations, the biting social satire, and her profound understanding of human nature. How did I miss all this the first time round, I wondered. But as Jordy himself once said, singing a song is something you grow with. I think the same is probably true for listening to a song as well. Most assuredly, our ability to engage with the art can always improve if we remain open to it, giving of our time and attention, as Wexford singer Paddy Berry demonstrates in the telling of this amusing and instructive anecdote. And these are Paddy Berry's words, which I'll finish with. My favourite song was Old Arbo. It was the first I ever heard him sing, and it left a lasting, lifelong impression on me. In the mid-1980s, I would bring a cassette tape of Jordy in the car with me on weekend trips with the kids to seaside resorts and the like. But one Sunday on a trip to New Ross, as I played Old Arbo over and over again, my wife scolded me, saying, "Turn him off and listen to your children asking you questions about our journey. Try to engage with them." But I was hooked, and it was hard to unhook from Geordie Hanna singing.
God bless you, Derry Lochan, King's Island and Glenhoe. God bless you, Killicalpy, Clontoe and Old Arbo. It was God that planned that enchanted strand from Tim to Washin Bay. But he ne'er forgot a fisher's cot on the banks of sweet Loinnir. Now I was told that there was gold and wealth in foreign parts, but millionaires can have their cares, in fact have broken hearts. But a heart so light or a smile so bright you won't find far away. That's what you've got in a fisher's cot on the banks of sweet Loinnir.
Daddy was, his character and personality and as a communicator was as famous as his song as a singer. So it was decided to write also about the person. So as I said, we had the means to write the book. We hadn't got an author. And then eventually Martin, thank God, became available, and Martin wanted a local person who knew Daddy. And Martin, obviously, Martin was a writer, which was number one to be able to write the book. So that's how it came about. And then the Hanna family gave their consent collectively to put the book into writing. Patsy and John were very instrumental in collecting stories about football. Daddy worked in the mines in Coal Island. Also fishing was a big part of his life as well, and hunting was another part of his social life as well. And so they were great at collecting the stories there. Then in the family, there was Rosie and myself and others regarding the singers, and the singing fraternity was great at sending us information, being interviewed. There was our own extended family, our cousins as well, also give us information, and also the local people as well. So anyone who asked for information was very forthcoming with it.
My evenings by black water's banks forevermore are gone. The curlews call above the bay, no more will I ever know. When the red gold sun is sinking down behind my old Clonogh, oh, all my own dear green Tyrone, what I'd give to see you now. When the shadows of a lonely life are falling o'er my brow, the old grey heads, the merry lads, around the turf fire's glow. My thoughts are there with you tonight, way back in old Clonogh.
The result speaks for itself. It's an incredible volume. It's something that just rightly celebrates the legacy of your father and your uncle Martin, but it also puts something in place that people from future generations will be able to delve into, and that's that'll be the real legacy.
Well, we sailed for 3 days and we were all seasick, and not a man on board was free. We were all confined upon our own bunks, with nobody to pity poor me. Oh, no father dear, nor mother kind, to hold up my head when it was sore, and it made me think more on the wee girl I left on Paddy's green shamrock shore. Well, we landed safe on the other side in 3 days. We were taken as strangers by the hand and led in our different ways, and each of us took a parting glass, just in case we might never meet more. And with flowing bumpers we drank a health to Paddy's green shamrock shore. So fare thee well, sweet Liza dear, and likewise to Derrytown, and twice farewell to my own wee girl that I left on a sainted ground. If fortune ever does favour me, or I do have money in store, I'll go home and I'll wed green shamrock shore. I'll go home and I'll wed the wee girl that I left on Paddy's green shamrock shore.